I think technology is great for the game. But when it's technology making the decisions, not human beings. Goal line technology can never be wrong. Never. Yeah. That is always going to be 100% right and correct. No one's going to argue. This much, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be correct. With this other VAR for offside and all the other calls that they're making, it's still human beings that are making the decisions. They're looking at it 3-4 times and they're thinking, oh, is this what? Is this? There is no hard rule for these things. It's not like a technology that's making the decision. The second thing I want to say, Wallah al-Azim, personally, I feel like football is better with mistakes.
Same here.
Yeah.
It makes the game, bro. Yeah. Players like Inzaghi.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it goes with you, sometimes it goes against you.
That's the opinion you guys have until a mistake happens for your team.
I just said that.
It costs your team a win. And then you guys are going to go back to what you're saying.
That's right. Well, that's a good point. You know, football has a culture to it. I'll give you an example. Diving. And even the players when we're diving or when there's 5 minutes, when the referee extra time and the team that's winning starts rolling around the ground, all that shit, we all know what's happening. When watching the game. The cramps, the fake cramps, we all know it's part of the game. You know what it is? This is part of the game. Forget about Maradona's goal. Some players made their career, like Shevchenko, talking about Shevchenko, Inzaghi. These players made their career on the offside line. If it was VAR, a lot of things, it's part of the culture. Now, if we're talking about 1 or 2, 3 big ass decisions in the history of football that go wrong, it don't matter. But guess what? 3 penalties a game in a weekly basis is a worse. That outcome is worse than that one call in the Champions League semi-final. Then 3 penalties in one game, bro.
Azam, let's get started, bas. Don't worry about the rest.
Yeah, man, the hairline.
Is it looking good or is it flopping?
Roll it.
Hey, that makes you pull out the head jerks, guys.
All right, let's get started. All right, people, welcome back to the Galacticoz podcast. We are back. Consistency is on.
Nigga, another one.
Another one. We're in there. Today's episode is a bit spontaneous, so we wanted to do it on a certain topic, but one of our own fell out today.
Let us down, bro. Not fell out, let us down.
Disappointing.
Really
I'm looking at the camera when I say that.
Important things in life came to play.
Yeah.
So that's why. But the show must go on. The show must go on.
So always must go on.
And we're going to continue on. But today we're going to do something a bit different. We're not doing a top 10 today. Today's topic, Hassan, do you know what we're doing?
I have
What are we doing?
absolutely no idea.
Nobody knows.
Today you came with your freestyle mode, but
Today,
You know,
Ready.
let me show you. I was just telling you, like, this is where you shine. You know, all that talking you've been doing about carrying the show? This is where you prove it.
everyone hop on my back, but try 57, nigga.
That's a nice one, I like that.
All right, let's move forward. But before we do, always, we have to introduce the starting lineup. The starting lineup for today is like always, we've got on my left, we've got Midris and Mohammed on my left. And on the other side, we've got Hassanain coming back, Big Hass making his return again. The Truth and Ravo coming back.
And Stephen A. Smith.
You need to chill out with that.
Stay off the weed.
Let's get it.
Wallahi, Ravo, go hard, bro.
Let's get it.
This guy, don't give him an opportunity, wallahi.
So love, wallah.
It's today, man. We got, easy dub.
Blessing, man. Blessed.
All right. Before we get started, like always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And if you want to see anything else besides what we're doing, let us know. Drop it in the comment section and we might actually pick it up. So, unpopular opinions. Today, I'm just going to go through a bunch of tweets, comments in the comment section, and just comment unpopular opinions that you hear in football. And we're going to react to it. We're going to learn a thing or two. And we're just basically going to see if we agree with it, disagree with it. Let's see if any of you can change each other's minds.
What, Twitter? As in Twitter, like who's Twitter?
I'm going to go through it right now. No, it's just Twitter, the Twitter world, the Twitter sphere.
Football world, yeah.
Yes, the football world. All right. Before I get started, I want to hear this. Does any of you have an unpopular opinion that you want to share right now? Yes. To get us started. All right, give us one. Besides Benzema is the best player in the world. Because we already heard that.
I've been doing unpopular opinions.
Benzema is the best player in the world. Bruno Fernandes is the best player in the Premier League right now.
So De Bruyne doesn't exist. He plays tennis.
He's good.
What do I do with that?
We're talking about the best now.
De Bruyne's not playing volleyball.
Explain, man. Why do you think he's the best player?
How is he the best player?
I think because of last season. Last season, they didn't have all these superstars, Cavani and
Ronaldo.
I'll say this: his first year, the first couple of months, he was on top. He was smashing it. He was smashing.
He's the best player at United right now.
Right now?
No, don't say Ronaldo.
I'm not gonna say Ronaldo. I'm not gonna say anybody. There's no best player right now in Man United because they don't have a coach.
Hey,
You,
know who's going up?
you have a soft spot for Manchester United, yeah?
He does. Well, me too.
I
believe it or
do.
not. I do too.
You have
wallahi.
a soft spot for Tottenham. You have a soft spot for everybody.
I have a soft spot for Tottenham, and that's it. Wallahi. I hate every other team, except of course the top.
Mohamed, what do you say about that, brother? Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. I think this
Are you
guy.
gonna? No, the other Mohamed. You gonna back your brother?
برونو فرنانديز والله اشوف انا احسن برناردو سيلفا احسن منه والله
Bernardo Silva?
برناردو سيلفا والله بفارق كبير
No, wallahi, Bernardo
Big
Silva.
facts.
Well,
Wallah.
in all honesty, all of these Portuguese players are the truth. Wallahi, all of them don't let us down.
Azam, well, let's be like, the viewers, maybe the viewers don't know, but you have an obsession with Portuguese people and their culture. Well, and you're wearing a Portugal top too. Well, I didn't even notice that until right now.
Until right now,
yeah.
Walks the brother
That was good timing. That was good timing.
Good
I'll give you
timing,
that.
Wallahi, I mean, we've had this conversation before.
I'm not really about
Obsessed.
He's obsessed with Brazilians.
Brazilians,
Yeah.
Portuguese, whatever. All tomatoes, brother.
The Portuguese did colonize Brazil anyway.
Nah,
Yeah.
By the way, I told you guys, go get your classic jerseys because I look like I'm the only one here who's
Tell me
flexing.
this topic. It's a very sensitive topic.
We're
right
waiting
now,
for it. We're waiting for it.
It's a
I'm
very
waiting for
sensitive
mine.
topic, wallahi.
Back to his opinion on Bruno Fernandes.
Now,
being-
wallahi, sorry, also,
are
wallahi,
high,
azim,
bro.
the Portuguese players like Diogo Jota, Bruno
Diaz.
Fernandes, Diaz,
Yeah,
what's his name? The guy that he just mentioned,
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva. Bro, these guys are all the truth.
They're having this is their golden generation, I think, right now.
That's
They always had good players.
Nah, they didn't.
Hey, I reckon if it wasn't for C Ronaldo, that generation wouldn't be as good as they are like right now. This generation right now wouldn't be as good. This guy actually lifted the standards of football in Portugal. The whole country wanted to be the best.
That's true.
He set that standard where it's like you come to training, you be the best player you can possibly be. You know, like bro, look at Bruno,
The professionalism.
professionalism. Yeah.
Yeah,
They all want to be like him.
You know someone that we just forgot to name, bro? Nani, wallah.
Oh, I love that. I used to love that
Fire,
guy. Bro.
wallah.
I used to love that guy, bro.
Fire, bro. That guy, he's...
But you're the best Portuguese player of all I ever saw. Was Luis Figo. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
Wallahi al-azim, I'd put him in the same category that we put Raul, bro, the other day.
Wallahi, you don't rate him?
No,
Yeah, wallah.
not really, wallahi al-azim.
He's just that name, cuz. Like,
It's not that I don't rate him like that, but I wouldn't consider him as
Boring,
the best Portuguese player. You're just hating, wallahi, if you're saying Cristiano Ronaldo isn't the best Portuguese
Oh no,
player.
he's one of the best players of all time. But he's not. Ronaldo, I'm off the bandwagon, wallahi. You know Cristiano Ronaldo, me and my brother were talking yesterday watching the game. You know what I noticed about Ronaldo? He's such a selfish player. If when his players score, he doesn't even
He
celebrate
doesn't
with
celebrate,
them.
he doesn't run after them,
No,
nothing.
the game's only good when he's playing. Like it's all about him.
He's just a winner, bro.
Has to
That's
be.
what he's. It's wallahi al-azim, that's what it is, bro. You know, he was saying the other day, you were saying yesterday or the day before, you were saying someone is a winner. Luis Suarez.
That's
You were saying he's a winner.
That's a winner.
Bro.
No,
That's a winner. That's a team player,
Ronaldo is
bro.
a winner.
that's a team player.
That's a
bro,
team
wallah.
player, Suarez.
You can't
It's the
compare them
same
two,
thing.
wallah.
No, it's the same thing, bro.
Suarez puts his body on the line, and if Suarez get a red card, as we've seen in the World Cup.
Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, we're talking about someone that he literally just...
No, if you're talking
something-
attitude, though,
if
both
things-
was kind of attitude, bro.
Suarez got to put his body, got a red card in the quarterfinal just to keep the game. Would Ronaldo ever do something like that? No way.
We're talking about attitude. Was Khan attitude, but in a good way, like Luis Suarez, like in a motivating way. Like he's too hungry. Like that he does a stupid thing.
Ronaldo wants to win the game on his terms. Ronaldo, if his team wins and he didn't score, he doesn't even look like that. He's that happy. Like
Okay. That's
Nah,
why
but hey, the thing with that, man, you know what it is? They don't want the team to win. When the players are older, we appreciate them more. You know, Ronaldo's a leader, this, that. Ronaldo's been doing this. When he was at United, he was like this, man. He's just... he's got this
2004, bro.
hunger, like, you think it's cockiness, but it's just that winning mentality, bro. You got to do it for your team, bro.
And don't
You know
forget,
what I mean?
Suarez is a buyer too, man.
Nah,
He's a
bro.
good buyer.
Because wallahi, me, I don't want to lie. Wallahi, since Cristiano Ronaldo has come back, wallahi, to the EPO, my respect is just going lower and lower and lower, bro. Like even I'm not even just saying his attitude, but like even as a player,
Bro, as a player, he's like 36 now. Khalas, bro.
nah, it doesn't matter, wallahi. Doesn't
rate-
matter.
we can't rate
Doesn't
him.
matter,
for
wallahi.
him, Ronaldo, it's about him.
And the way he's scoring.
It's always
bro.
about him. Messi is not. Messi doesn't come across like that.
For a period, it wasn't. But now I feel like too. I don't know. Maybe it's just an age thing, bro.
Messi's actually his times.
This is why they're called GOATs, bro. They're called GOATs for a reason, bro. Michael Jordan had the exact same
No,
mentality.
no. Michael
You
Jordan
know
was
what?
like that.
And that's why he's the greatest.
I was just going to reference him. I was going to say, this Michael Jordan used to celebrate like this when other people used to...
Michael Jordan was the worst teammate of all time. Like all his teammates hated him.
Wallah, you know, I just believe to get to that level of greatness in sport, you have to lose something. And that's why he lost. The fact that he can become a team player and all that, everything is about him, and that's how he got to the top, bro. That's really.
But there's other ways of getting to the top. Zidane got to the top. Zidane's done everything. Zidane's won more than Ronaldo technically. Maybe
It's a more interesting story though. Cristiano Ronaldo's one.
Cristiano Ronaldo is
when you
sexier.
see it, when you look back at it, it's more interesting and it's more entertaining, wallah.
That's true, but wallah, you're right, Hassan. The looks and everything else, they contributes a lot, wallah, to
Of course,
overall.
Zidane looks like a tram driver. Zidane looks like a tram driver. If you look at him, if everyone look at him, you know what I mean? He looks good.
Like a cab
No,
driver.
that's not a cab driver. He's a tram driver. You know what I mean?
Let's move on. Does anyone have any other crazy unpopular opinion that they want to
Me,
share?
I have an unpopular opinion.
Give me some. About life or just about football?
No, about football for now, but I can bring up the life one a bit later. But about football, VAR, the VAR system.
Oh my God, Muhammad, wallahi, Muhammad, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Boy, wallah, listen, wallah. You know when you guys clap and say Muhammad, I don't take this as something nice, wallah. I take offense to this, wallah. Because I'm always bringing fire, wallah. It's nothing new. If someone's always bringing fire, when you guys clap for him,
I didn't know where that was going for a bit.
Huh?
I was like, what are you saying?
I don't know. Wallah, it's
No,
not a couple of
I'm
them.
glad you brought that up, wallahi.
But anyway, the VAR system for me is one of the best things that's coming to football.
Lord,
mercy. Miss me with that.
Let's take a
Miss me with that, bro.
I
Let's
was
take
thinking
that.
that too. I was gonna say that's an unpopular opinion, and you're right. You know why?
Wallah, Azim, it is one of the worst.
Yeah.
The reason I clapped, Muhammad, why'd you clap?
Well, that's the same thing, wallah.
wait,
What's gonna feel?
Allah, I thought you were talking about the worst thing, Mohammed.
Ah, wallah.
But that's not unpopular, though. That's not unpopular, though.
Hey, let me say something. VAR showed how finished refs are. How much mistakes they make.
Wallah doesn't.
Big
Wallah
mistakes.
didn't.
Big
Wallah doesn't.
mistakes.
I want to hear Hassan answer because I have a feeling. I have a feeling we're gonna have the.
I told
share
VAR
some
done.
opinion.
You know VAR done? First of all, it changed the game of football. I don't have a stat, but there's a stat. Every game we watch now, we know there's gonna be 2-3 penalties in every single game. In every single game.
Yes.
If you look at anything in slow motion, 3-4 times, 5 times,
You find something.
you find something. I tell you why? Because now you're actually looking for something. We were watching a game last time, the Champions League game. With referee.
Europa League.
Europa League game. Lazio versus Porto. Versus Porto. Yeah. And so the guy dived, and we were all like, and you were like, what a dive. The referee gave him a yellow card. Go, obviously, watch together. And then he went to VAR 5 times, 6 times for like 10 minutes, comes back, gives the other guy play a yellow card and a penalty. You know why? Because you looked at it 8 times, 9 times, and then the follow through contact. In slow motion, anything you have to judge the call by the call.
On the spot.
On the spot, the context
Yeah.
of it on the spot.
I hear what you're saying. I
hey,
see. Ravo, the point that he made, yeah, keep going, Ravo. Like, what were you saying
What I was
about?
gonna say was this is the early time. Hey, this is the early times of VAR. I feel like give it a couple, 5, 6
get better.
points. It's gonna be much more efficient. They're gonna be able to make the calls way faster. Look through it because they're gonna get used to it. And what it is, bro, I'm telling you, you know what kills the game, especially in the Premier League? It's these big personality referees, bro. Everything's about them. They just do these radical calls and stuff. VAR picks up that, you know what I mean? And the stuff they miss, bro.
But
I'll give you the craziest one.
Yeah.
Remember Tottenham's run against City?
It's biased a bit. But
It's not a bias, but like, bro,
Yeah, this is.
we should have went through to the semis and they scored, they celebrated, whatever, and they looked, it was offside. And it was 2 balls. That was Sterling's goal, yeah? Yeah. And that's two calls before it. You know what I mean? VAR helped the team that should have went through, go through.
That's in the Champions League too. Imagine how many moments in the Champions League in the past where if there was the VAR system, imagine how it could have changed the outcome of game.
Yeah.
It was
Down
that
6.
that wasn't. The only change if you want.
And just, sorry,
Yeah.
just to cut you off. And that was even when they had an extra official behind the goal too. Remember they had that too? They had the official behind the goal. What was it? Yeah, the third official. They had the third official behind the goal, and they still couldn't identify when ball went over the line. Things like
was
this.
that Lampard one in the
Gerrard, man, 2006.
Nah, Gerrard
World Cup.
Gerrard 2010 World Cup South Africa when the ball went over the line. Remember?
Frank Lampard shot, yeah.
Two things. Number one, I think technology is great for the game, but when it's technology making the decisions, not human beings. Goal line technology can never be wrong. Never.
Yeah.
That is always going to be 100% right and correct. No one's going to argue. This much, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be correct. With this other VAR for offside and all the other calls that they're making, it's still human beings that are making the decisions. They're looking at it 3-4 times and they're thinking, oh, is this what? Is this? There's no hard rule for these things. It's not like a technology that's making the decision. The second thing I want to say, Wallahi al-Azim, personally, I feel like football is better with mistakes.
Same here.
Yeah.
It makes the game, bro. Players like Inzaghi.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it goes with you, sometimes it goes against
That's the
you.
opinion you guys have until a mistake happens for your team.
I just said that.
It costs your team a win. And then you guys
That's
are
the
going to
beauty
go back
of it,
to
though,
what
bro.
you're
That's
saying.
right. Well,
that's
that's
the beauty
a
of
good
it.
point. You know, football has a culture to it. I'll give you an example. Diving. And even the players when we're diving, or when there's 5 minutes, when the referee extra time and the team that's winning starts rolling around the ground, all that shit, we all know what's happening. صح, when watching the game.
Yeah.
The cramps, the fake cramps. We all know it's part of the game. You know what it is? This is part of the game. Forget about Maradona's goal. Some players made their career, like Shevchenko, talking about Shevchenko,
Inzaghi.
These players made their career on the offside line. If it was VAR, a lot of things, it's part of the culture. Now, if we're talking about 1 or 2, 3 big ass decisions in the history of football that go wrong, yeah, it don't matter. But guess what? 3 penalties a game in a weekly basis is a worse. That outcome is worse than that one call in the Champions League semi-final. Then 3 penalties in one game, bro. Every game has 2 or 3 penalties in it.
My thing on this is VAR, it would have never existed if refs were better at their job. Wallahi. No, they're not. Wallahi.
No, refs are superb at their job.
No, they're not.
Wallahi,
No, they're not. Wallahi.
They are.
If they were as good as what you guys are talking about, the VAR system, it wouldn't even have been an idea. Wallahi.
Can I tell you something? Wallahi, these guys exposed. No, these guys have ego eyes. These linesmen. Wallahi, their job is so hard, and the way that they're picking up all of these, they're brilliant, bro.
It's not easy.
And human error, but wallahi, I'm saying human error is perfect within this game, bro. But wallahi, it makes or breaks the whole, like all of these emotional like decisions that we remember in the past, like the Maradona, all of these things. These are iconic moments in the game.
I'm not even talking about the linesmen.
Wallahi, right now we're waiting 5 minutes for each decision. It kills the game.
The main ref,
the offside with the hand, the finger,
they're not calling it anymore.
The toenail,
and it's not even that accurate. Like, what are they looking at?
It is wallahi. They actually do wallahi. They draw a line. It's actually proper wallahi.
The toenail, like one part of that, like, come on, man.
It's elbows and stuff. But hey, what I'm saying is, you guys are right about that human factor. It makes it a game, you know. And people love saying this, bro. If we got that goal, like for example with England, they were like, if we got that goal, we would have made it into, you know, that goal. Like when Frank Lampard scored, we would have made it through, or we could have won that World Cup. For example, you know, there's those conversations. I understand it. It's a part of the game. But bro, imagine you do go through because you scored that goal.
But I get you. But you know, VAR, it's dropped the standard of actual referees because now they can just go to that.
No, but the standard was already low.
I don't think it was, but like, I'm a referees. People only remember the mistake they made. If a referee makes one mistake in a game, one mistake in a game, he made 10 other right calls.
But I'm not just saying because the knowledge of the game and stuff like that. But I'm even talking about, like Rayan was saying before, like the egos and stuff like that. All this, it plays a big part in a lot of decisions they make, and it affects the game hard. This is all contributed
Muhammad,
to.
There should not be a penalty in every single football game you watch. A penalty is not supposed to come in every single game.
But you can't say that, Hassan. You can't say something like that. If a penalty is there, the penalty is there, cuz. You can't just say let's just cut down the number of penalties so we can make the game more interesting. If a penalty happens, it's part of the game, cuz. It happens.
I'll tell you how the culture of football. I'll tell you the culture of football works. This is how refereeing was growing up for me, yeah. So when it comes to offsides, the striker always gets the benefit of the doubt of the call if there's a doubt. That's how it used to be. No, when it comes to penalties, the defender gets the benefit of the doubt. Well, that's how it used to be. So if
that I gotta say, I don't agree.
That's absolutely shocking. Wallahi, that's absolutely shocking.
If you're off, you're off.
I'm talking about when it's a tight call. If it's a tight call, the defender gets the benefit of the doubt when it comes to penalties. Because how many it costs the whole game.
Yeah, but let's be honest, like the strikers that you just mentioned before, like Inzaghi and stuff, there was times where like they were literally their starting position, Hassan, would be like so offside, bro, and then they'll just play off there. And a lot of their goals will come off that. So that point that you brought, it affected a game hard, bro. Because I don't even think the goal scoring record would be as high as it is, wallahi, if systems like VAR were in place. Secondly, another point that I wanted to make is, well, I forgot about. Anyway,
no. Speaking now of Inzaghi and others, nowadays, people are scoring more penalties they've ever scored in their life.
Bro, it's penalties every single game.
No. Wallahi, you're dragging it with the penalty. And my point came back. Back in the days too, bro, just the fouls. We're not leave the offside calls and stuff like that. Even fouls, cuz the culture back then in football, the amount of fouls, very dangerous fouls they used to come in. But Hassan, it was very bad, wallah azim. It didn't protect players enough.
I think
this VAR system, it's making referees go back, wallahi, check.
The problem is it's making them check everything. If you tell me,
but I'm talking about specifically Azam to bad challenges going in.
If there's
protecting players bad.
If there's a blatant mistake that's been made and everyone, the whole crowd, it's a big handball decision. Something crazy happened and nobody picked it up, like from the referees.
Yeah.
Okay, then you take it. But then everything right now, they're checking everything. Every goal, everything is happening.
It is being called, man. People are, you see, even like recent games, bro. The players, if they get, for example, a penalty or a handball, you see how players are now. The ball touches someone's hand. Bro, 6 players, they're running, back to position. They're doing this. They're saying, VAR. They're screaming. The fans are chanting.
Wallahi, it wrecks it.
Nah, wallahi, it doesn't, wallahi, azim. Bro, wallahi, in terms of fouls, the challenges that are going in. Has it just yesterday, when the keeper Sanchez for Brighton, when he came out and he cleaned out Luis Diaz with the goal. I bet you if we're talking about maybe 10 years ago, that probably would have been normal, brother. That would have been nothing. That would have been nothing. That's what I'm saying. The culture is shifted at VAR in a good way, wallah, because it's protecting players. Cause
It's not part of the football culture, and it never will be.
I don't like it's not.
No,
I don't
it's
like
protecting players,
just for that nostalgia, bro. Like, all you needed to play football was just 2 goals and a ball. Right now, all this technology and stuff.
It's not part of football culture, and football is taking a long time. Football to adapt to it because
That's
it's
what
not
I'm
part of the game. Football is such a subjective. It's such a subjective. Is that the right word? Objective.
Subjective, yeah.
Subjective. It's such a subjective sport when it comes to decisions. Remember that one watching Rabiot in the Champions League? That's the worst tackle I've ever seen. The worst tackle I've ever seen in my life. And they checked the VAR, and they kept the yellow card.
of course, but still, the fact that they had to go back and check it, Hassanin, that's a big benefit of VAR, wallah azim. You know the 2006 World Cup when Germany played Italy in the semi-finals. Wallahi al-azim, the amount of tackles dangerous tackles that were going in. Wallahi, me, I was saying in my head, wallahi, VAR was in place right now.
It would be red card, yellow card, red card, red card.
But wallah azim, a lot of the players, wallah azim, they could have gone out with bad injuries, bro. It protects players, wallah azim, bro. This is a big part of the game, bro. Wallah azim, a lot of these players, they would have been out for a long time, wallah azim.
Players are making the tackle. Players get more injured now than they ever did back then, by the way.
No, but...
Wallah, they do. Players sit out more now than they did back then.
Because they play more games. They play more games. That's why. They play more games.
Maybe that's
I'm
why.
not saying that it's going to lessen injuries, obviously, because tackles are going to go in, they're going to go in, regardless of if there's VAR or there isn't VAR. But I'm saying the fact that the referees have to go back and check it and give the appropriate call on that challenge, it's protecting players, wallah azim. Because if that player doesn't get, if he doesn't get summoned wallah for that call, because it's going to keep on happening again, bro. So it's a big issue, wallah azim.
It's lifting the standard for referees as well.
If you're a player on the field, are you thinking about VAR? I don't think you are.
You do.
You do.
Absolutely you do, man.
Wallah, trust me, when they go back and they give the player a card, he's thinking twice, wallah azim.
I think he's thinking
twice.
In terms of effect, it's definitely had more of a negative effect than a positive effect, you could say.
No way.
In terms of, especially for the viewers, especially for the football fans that are watching. Oh my God, it destroyed the game for them.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
والله العظيم.
حسن مبي حسي
I'm not talking about all technology though. I'm just talking about the VAR.
حسي مثلا مبي فوت كوره مثلا last 2 minutes يعمل تشيك 2 minutes مثلا في الجيم نفسه بعد 2 minutes خلص الجيم مش انتهى الجيم بعد نص ساعه بس كان انت حس كوره مثلا نفس الحاجه كمان كوره مثلا حس نفس الحاجه تتفرج جيم ويرجع شيء جديد واللعيبه نفسهم يكلموا الحكم والحكم يدي كرت هنا
والله
والله these opinions you guys are saying now.
I got a popular take that I want to discuss.
But I'm saying this.
Let's put an end to this.
This is a lot of these things that you guys are saying, wallahi, honestly, when you look back, it's very hypocritical, wallahi. Because there's going to be times, wallahi,
I just said at the start before I said anything, sometimes it goes with you, sometimes it goes against you.
I know.
But I feel like overall, the game will be better.
I think give it 5 years, everyone's gonna get used to it. It's gonna be that's what that's the thing.
But the thing is, they introduce it to a point, like in a professional environment where there's big decisions being made and there's so many mistakes. At least like introduce it in the lower leagues or something. Not somewhere where like there's a billion people watching.
But the fact that they introduced it, they ran up by all the coaches and everything.
Come test the A-League here for 10-15 years.
All the coaches they approved.
Come test anything, A-League. Test chemical weapons, test anything. You know what I mean?
But it improved the standard for referees as well. But before we jump to a hot take too, I'll say one unpopular opinion. Yeah. I reckon the Premier League should have more refs from different countries, more European refs in the Premier League. Because I don't like the Premier League refs. Yeah.
Me, I know my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see a good referee, like
Liverpool one yesterday.
Yeah, like that. What's his name? Fucking.
That Dean
I
Herb.
don't know, man. I reckon. Nah, they should mix it around.
That's what I call it, bro. Dean Herb, bro.
I think before we move on from this is something very similar. Mohammed, do you agree that diving should still be in the game, or you don't like it?
I think it definitely should be in the game because.
Then why the hell do you?
Who's that? No, but this is a joke, but I'm gonna crack a joke, but I'm gonna say no one dives more than me, but
you think it should be in the game or not?
Is a part of the game? Is a part of the game? Yes or no?
Is it part of the game?
Yes.
Of course, it's part of the game.
Should it be?
It shouldn't be part of the game.
You don't think
it is part of the game? It shouldn't be part of the game. No. It's part of the game.
I think it should be part of the game.
It's part of the game.
I think it should be part of the game.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be allowed because wallah it's disastrous to watch wallah sometimes because it goes overboard wallah Hassan. Hassan like for example like name Hassi wallah. You know, sometimes like you can get it when people are diving. You know, last minute they need to win that penalty, blah blah blah. But there's sometimes when players like Neymar, well, like they're going overboard, man.
Bro,
they're dirty go. Bro, the guy is going down. He's rolling like 10, 15 times. Bro.
Neymar looks like he's dying when he gets tackled. He looks like someone stabbed him.
Hey, you don't know the real diving goat. Hey, the real diving goat was Sergio Busquets, guys. That was the OG at diving.
Yeah, I've seen Diego.
I'm not trying to protect any player. I'm not trying to say anything because I'm being biased for Barcelona players or former Barcelona players.
No, there's no
I'm not
bias
really
in terms of clubs.
The only thing I'm saying is just the human factor, bro. Wallahi, it makes the game so much better to watch.
Wallahi, it does.
It creates drama and it creates iconic moments in the game, bro. Like,
And speaking of human factor, nowadays if you notice in the games, the linemen don't do nothing. They just keep running with the ball and they don't even call an offside.
I've never noticed a lineman ever in my life.
No, they actually don't do nothing now.
No,
they just
no,
wait for
it's
the
the
VAR to call the.
No, it's the rule. So what they do is they let the play go.
Yeah.
Once, for example, if a goal or corner happens, that's when they pull up the
So
flag.
what's the point of them now?
So once it happens, they just let the play just in case.
No, but there's even times where they actually do call it, wallahi. They do call it on time. A lot of the time, wallahi, they do call on time. They're gonna review it. But he's gonna call it. They do call on time, wallahi, a lot of times.
I think before
It's not always late.
Let's move on from this. Before we jump into this, did you have a unpopular opinion that you wanted to share?
Yeah, definitely. The biggest atrocity in football history. The away goal gone from the
Champions League. Oh, good one.
That is
wallahi.
the most biggest.
Wallahi, this one needs a clap too, boys. wallahi.
Wallah,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What talk about destroying the culture. That the Champions League, what makes Champions League always different is the away goal, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how can they take that away? Why would they think for 1 second that that's gonna help the game whatsoever?
And it's very evident now. I'm seeing clubs in the first leg, they're a lot more relaxed. Wallah Azim. Coaches are so much more relaxed because they know that there's still that chance.
What separates the Champions League from any other tournament
Is
is
the away
the
leg.
away goal. That's what makes separates the Champions League, and it makes the biggest difference in games. And even the PSG game and the thing game, that would have made a difference. First game, PSG would have gone through right now. It would have made what they would have. And it's made games too where teams have to score more goals. Understand? And why would they? I mean, I didn't know until I saw it until the
PSG game.
until the United.
But I'll argue that Hassanin, like it makes the game a bit more closer to Allah Azim. Like it makes it more intriguing. Wallah, I feel like too. Wallah, because sometimes
gives the other team a chance.
Wallah, which makes the game more competitive. Wallah, like Hassi, like this away goal sometimes. Wallah, it could be like a real like decider. Like a big decider.
That's
where
the whole point of it.
That's the beauty of it.
And the beauty is home and away. Because home and away.
But I'm saying like in terms of the game, the second leg going forward, like it will really decide the game where the other team doesn't have a chance at all, and then the second leg is just a shit game, bro.
But no. We've seen that theory goes out the window because we've seen games. Tottenham against Ajax, Bayern
PSG Barca.
PSG Barca.
Yeah.
PSG Barca was the away goal, dude.
If that team can do, you're in basketball. The best team in basketball. The best team always wins because it's the playoffs out of 7. It's out of 7 series, understand? So if a team comes back, like the best team will always go through, and you can't take away the home advantage. Like that's the whole point of playing at home.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying you're the examples that you brought was the bigger team playing each other. But I'm talking like, for example, Hassi, Bayern and Salzburg, for example. Like when these lower teams, when they play big teams, it makes a big difference. Wallah Hassanin. It makes but I'm saying it makes a big difference because that one goal, the extra that's to the bigger team, like a Bayern or a Real Madrid and stuff, it makes a big difference where it can kill the second leg game, like completely. So that's what I mean when, you know what I mean? That's what I mean where I say it can literally kill the whole game.
You're saying second leg can be useless.
It can be useless sometimes, and that's what destroys. No, it's not going to be useless. No, it's not going to be useless because sometimes, bro, wallah, when these lower teams, it's that one extra goal, wallah, that could be a decider, wallah. You never know, but. I get what you're saying too. When it's bigger teams playing each other, it's crazier. The games are crazier. But I'm saying when the teams are lower, wallahi, it absolutely destroys the second leg, bro.
That's only going to be like round of 16, bro. Once you get to quarterfinals, man, it's big teams going, guys, and it's so hard. Let's just say, for example, Barca going to Bayern Munich. And they get that 1-0 win.
Barca's not a big team anymore. Keep going.
I'm just saying,
they're so not.
Okay, let's let's go with City Bayern. Yeah. City go.
Thank you.
Bayern. They get that 1-0 lead. They get that away goal. But you know how valuable that is?
I know.
It's valuable, man. and then taking it back, and then let's just say they know they got that 1 goal thing, they go for a good 2-1. Do you know what I'm saying? They win it, they go through.
It's part.
I know, but the
it's
thing that,
culture.
like, you know how you just went past the round of 16, right? Like, wallahi, for example, in the first game, Bayern and Salzburg, back to that game, they looked like they were in it, wallahi, at the start, Salzburg.
Yeah, Salzburg.
Wallahi, I think they looked like they were in it. I actually thought, wallahi, they might have a chance of knocking out Bayern, wallahi, honestly. So I'm just saying, like, back to my point again, I'm just going to say it again, like, these extra goals, wallahi, it can kill, wallahi, the game off. But I get what you're saying, Hassan. Wallahi, I get your point, wallahi.
The Madrid PSG game.
Thank you. I was about to take the exam.
Madrid was actually in an advantage when they played at home. They're playing with their fans, and they just lost by 1-0 in the first leg. So in the second leg, they just need to destroy the other team, and that's
that
it.
Hassanin makes a bigger difference than a goal.
PSG,
Mbappe's goal.
no. PSG played at home. They won 1-0.
Yeah.
They go to Bernabeu, they scored the first goal, and it doesn't matter for nothing?
Yes.
Come on, man, that should matter for something.
Yeah.
The fact that they go away and score the first goal, they've done their job, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Once that first goal came for Benzema.
In 2 games, they dominated. In 160 minutes or 170 minutes of football, they dominated
150 minutes.
150 minutes. 20 minutes they slip up and they don't make it.
Yes.
So once Mbappe scored that goal in the first goal, that should be that has to count for something. That can't just be another 1-0 result. Like, he scored the first goal there, he scored the first goal away. Come on, man, that's got to count for something.
yeah.
It can't just be another normal 1-0.
Once Benzema scored that
You know
first
what I'm
goal,
saying?
their spirit was
Wallahi.
broken, bro.
The away goal is a
You're
big
playing.
part of
You're
the
playing in front of a Madrid crowd and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Like, and you still got the first, and you got the first goal there.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the biggest person in terms of people playing at home in front of their crowd. How important that is, wallahi. That's why on FIFA. That's why on FIFA. Me, I don't play until I change the arena, wallahi, to the arena of my team. Wallahi, it matters, wallahi. Even on FIFA, I realize it matters, wallahi. That's what I'm saying.
Let's move on. Let's jump into the first unpopular opinion online. Ryan used to be. There was once a time we used to be called Ryan Giggs, right?
Yeah, wallahi.
I don't know what that was about.
That was literally for the name, but
Some of the boys used to give you a shout out.
Was it something to do with the way you played, or?
Nah, my name's Ryan.
That's all it was, yeah?
wallahi. No
Ryan
way,
Giggs.
wallahi.
Oh, this one should be good. All right. Ryan Giggs' contribution to Manchester United's success is grossly overrated.
I don't think so, wallahi.
That's one player amongst all the group of players in United, as Beckham and that class of '92. I feel like his contribution is the most underrated, wallahi.
Really?
No, the question, the thing is,
Oh, sorry,
overrated.
overrated. He's one.
Overrated.
I don't think he's overrated, wallahi. I think he's underrated, wallahi.
Really?
I reckon he's underrated. Yeah, wallahi.
Wow,
sorry.
you guys rate Ryan Giggs like
Yeah,
this,
wallahi, I
huh?
rate him up like that, wallahi.
And I'll tell you something. You people call up to Ryan Giggs at the end. Ryan Giggs in the 90s was a different beast, wallahi. Wallahi, he was a different animal in the 90s.
That guy was never on the
plays
bench, I
every
don't
game.
think. He was
He
all.
plays every game.
I think you know
Ryan
what?
Giggs?
Yeah.
Every game.
does his part.
From 92 in 2012. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he's a wife beater. That's why he's not popular anymore, yeah?
That's not why.
Yeah.
He was a very good. He was a big goal scorer, I think. Was that?
Who?
That was a big
for
part of the
his
game.
position, he was great, wallahi. Him and Scholes. There's no, you can't talk about the success of United without talking about them
They
two.
were like the Iniesta and Xavi of United.
He's spot on, wallahi.
Yeah.
And
example.
he did drop to the midfield towards the end of his career.
Ryan Giggs, yeah, he did, wallahi.
Yeah.
And he was effective until the very end.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Michael Carrick was overrated.
Oh, but that guy had a year or
That
two.
guy was so trash.
Nah, wallahi,
He
he
had
had
a couple
Overrated.
he had a long ball. He had a long
Wallahi,
ball.
that guy is trash.
I reckon
he's
some,
alright,
hey,
though.
some
He was
United
so
fans will be
shit.
offended by that, I reckon.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
United fans,
I'll
I
tell you
reckon
something,
they'll
That
be
guy
offended
was
by
like,
you
he's
saying
like
that.
Abdullah Yunis, bro. He's like Abdullah Kaz when he's playing, he just makes me want to sleep. Balls from side to side, but bang, 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 bang. Like
I'm not gonna sit here and stand for this bull crap, alright?
Abdullah, boring, wallahi.
I want a superstar player, brother.
Very good, but extremely boring, wallahi. Abdullah and Carrick are the same on this side.
good call, that
He's
one.
the best.
Yesterday we were raving about me. Today why you guys talking crap about Abdullah?
Leave Abdullah, but
He's not here, you know what I'm saying? This is what
boring.
happens.
That's why you
Give
get for
Abdullah
not
his
coming.
flowers, bro.
That's why you get for not coming, Khara. Lakin, he was he's nowhere close to Michael Carrick.
Okay, so that's why is that a popular opinion on Twitter?
Unpopular.
Some people say it was unpopular opinion.
opinion.
Oh.
They're saying that he's overrated.
That is overrated. It's unpopular. So a lot of people think he's.
They're just witch hunting, bro.
Yeah, well.
I'll tell you, it was a bit more overrated. You can say straight up, and I love the nigga, but Roy Keane, bro.
Yeah, wallahi.
Abdullah would agree with you on that.
Yeah. Abdullah doesn't
Like,
rate him
well,
at all,
straight up Roy
wallahi.
Keane. And even though he's a leader, a captain, blah blah blah. But in terms of like, would they have still won without him? I think they still would have won without him.
English Gattuso, bas. Irish Gattuso.
You know what I mean? But I love him as a pundit. Abdullah hates him, so I love him as a pundit.
Nah, bro, I hate him as a
Have you
pundit.
seen what he says about Tottenham?
What do you say?
I'm not a fan.
Weak club. He's always like weak club. He's like that. Huh?
Oh, he hates United right now.
Of course.
He hates
He hates
United.
Pogba.
No. You know what he hates? This is the one thing he hates. After every game United lose, you know how nowadays, bro, players just shake hands and stuff?
He hates that.
Look at them. They're socializing. He hates
Ronaldo actually never does that. Ronaldo doesn't do that. And he actually got upset with what's his name, the coach, Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Because of that too. Because they were actually shaking hands and celebrating after that. You know, Liverpool lost.
Maguire and Varane, they're wearing gloves in the warm up today. He goes, absolutely shocking. He goes,
Yeah, so that.
well, this guy he delves into the most random stuff, bro.
Yeah.
He's right. He's right. He's
But
right.
he just delves into. I think obviously he probably hates them both.
Yeah.
But that's the fact that like he talks about gloves. That's like it's just
And
random stuff.
I think as a player, bro, back then they just always needed that one captain that just talked. That's what it is. He did it. He just did his part. Yeah, that's it.
He's a different character than like Neville and Carrick and stuff.
Because
Because these guys,
he was in the locker room with some great big personalities, bro.
Yeah.
The Beckhams and the Cantonas, and I mean,
his
so
his leadership, I think, wallahi, was.
but he was probably more of like, but yeah, would they have won without Ryan Giggs? I don't think so.
I don't think so, wallahi, either. That would be a better tweet if they chucked something like that on.
I'm trying to get Abdullah on this. He's not answering. He's not answering. But this not this one. The thing I'm about to say now. This next one, I think a lot of people would agree with this. Olivier Giroud is the most underrated player in the 2000s. In the 2000s.
I reckon Olivier
No, he's not
Giroud is.
underrated. Big game player, but that's what
Big game.
You guys always give me a hard time about big. I'm always aerating about big games. That is a big game player.
Nah, I'll give you it up to you. Like even especially when it comes to France, like the last. But I'm saying France, that last World Cup, he was a major part of that.
What
because
about Arsenal?
They used him a lot
The
to
FA
hold
Cup
up.
final?
I said other than
Chelsea?
that, wallahi, this guy is the worst striker of all time.
Arsenal, FA Cup final. Chelsea FA Cup final.
Because this guy is the worst striker I've ever seen in my life.
I'll say this.
Him and Heskey, wallahi.
This stat will actually blow your mind if you don't know this. He's 6 goals away from being the top French goal scorer ever. Is that crazy or not crazy?
That's not.
Hey, I don't think that's crazy.
How mad is that?
Steps up
No
when he
one knows this.
Man, wallah, you're not
He's second. He's behind
so
Thierry
bad at him,
Henry.
bro.
6 goals behind him. 5 goals behind him. 6 goals to go ahead of him.
When he plays for France, he steps up. He steps up when he plays for France. That's the thing.
He does.
That is mad.
Because Thierry Henry 51 goals and Giroud 46 goals.
And he's guaranteed a starting lineup in that lineup too for him to like guarantee his spot booked in.
Antoine Griezmann
what are you
is
talking
there
about?
though right now.
Antoine Griezmann.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of big game player.
I said, wallah, Azim, you don't know how bad this guy is, bro. Wallah, Azim.
Griezmann,
Nah, Giroud, bro.
but his technical
He's
ability.
so bad, bro.
You don't rate him?
I reckon he's the one of the, wallah, he makes me.
Wallah, Abdullah has to pick
He
up.
makes
bro.
me.
He's not picking up at all because Abdullah would go in on
Azim,
this.
this guy, he makes me blind. He makes me blind sometimes when I watch him.
Abdullah wanted to put him in the top 10 strikers of all time.
Then he lost his mind.
But wallah, he lost his mind and he had a howler in that. It was his whole list.
had a couple of howls.
Yeah, wallah, a couple of howlers. But this guy, Hassan, wallah, just watch him. You don't watch the Italian league, Serie A. Wallah, Hassan, it will just cement, wallahi, your view on this guy on how bad he is, bro. Wallah, he's
Hey, where's he playing now?
He's so,
Roma, I think.
See,
Roma is
nobody know about that nigga.
Nah, he scored. Didn't he score in the derby? Yeah, he scored a cup.
Big game player. He's a big game player.
if you don't look for his head, that's it. He's done.
He scores.
Nah, he scores.
He scores.
A lot of volleys too.
Yeah.
Nice volleys too.
You know what? What's not like? I realized I'm like, this guy's not all that. But he had Ozil behind him
At Arsenal.
And he wasn't.
Because we had a long conversation.
Ozil was giving him some delicious balls.
We had a long conversation about Ozil yesterday. We gave Ozil his flowers and we took him away at the same time. Yeah.
No, like you guys are disrespecting him.
Because this guy had miracles.
No, Olivier Giroud, bro. Just too much disrespect.
Before he came to the Premier League,
He was in
he
France.
was running a muck in Montpellier, guys.
Yeah,
Won the league.
with Aiden Hazard too.
Before he did that, he was a beast then. That's why
Yeah.
Arsenal picked him
Yeah.
up. They thought he was gonna be a winner.
Which team?
Montpellier.
Montpellier, guys. He was
What's that?
He was running a muck there.
He went to
Huh? What is
Arsenal
that?
and Hazard went to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Caterpillar? What's it?
Hazard was playing at Lille, but he was running a muck, bro, and everyone thought he was going to come to the Premier League, have this 25-goal season, and he just didn't show up.
If there's 2 players that Abdullah rates more than anyone, it's Fabregas and Olivier Giroud. I know that for a fact. Abdullah, you've got to come here and defend your guy. Wallahi, these guys are going hard. I don't have the weapons to defend him.
I wonder what they both have in common. Let's see. They play for that diseases club. that he's obsessed with.
Wallah, I'm going to let you do the talking. Wallah. Anyhow, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. This next one is interesting because I don't know, you might actually rate him, Hassanin, but I know Abdullah rates him definitely. I rate him. Owen Hargreaves, if it weren't for as many injuries, the injuries that he had, he would have been the best.
When they talk,
This is the opinion. He would have been the best English midfielder ever.
of all time. You want to talk about English? I mean, we talk about sport. We always talk about if they didn't get injured, and we never really know. Him, you can put that in the bank. Injury is the only thing that stopped him. He's the most athletic English player of all time, bro. He's just a beast. He's one of him and Steve McManaman, the one you guys, the player you guys never heard of.
Madrid player?
Yeah, Madrid players. You would know him. If you want to see Owen Hargreaves, check him out in Bayern Munich in the late 90s, 2000s. That's when I own Hargreaves. He was also one of Abdulkarim uncle's favorites.
Wallahi, me, I've never watched this guy. He's just always on the bench on FIFA.
He's on the bench.
He's a bandit, yeah.
There's even a rap song. I heard it on a rap song once. One of those UK rappers. When they say the word bench and they say Hargreaves.
Wallahi, Azim, he's always on the bench. But like the fact that this.
Was he a midfielder? Azam?
Yeah.
He was a midfielder.
I thought it was more like
Nah, bro, he's a centre midfielder, bro. He used to play
Wallahi,
centre midfield.
that's why
in
this
Bayern
guy-
Munich. I've never seen a white boy on the Wallahi team like run like this nigga.
Speak
man.
on it.
You know what I'm saying? Wallahi, he's like a beast. Touch. His physique, like he was a gun, but he's a good pundit too, don't you think?
Very
Yeah,
good
he's
pundit.
very good.
That's
I
what I was
like
gonna
him.
say.
I like him.
FIFA, bench FIFA and pundit. That's the only.
No. You know what Sir Alex Ferguson said?
No.
Sir Alex Ferguson, he said that was the most disappointing signing of my life.
Because he was on the bench for so many years, and when he gets back, he comes back for 1 game, 2 games. I think it's ankle, yeah.
I don't remember what the...
What about one of the reasons maybe he said that is because this guy he was in United and he was at City, brother.
Hargreaves?
Yeah, he plays for both.
But me, when I think of Hargreaves, I think of Bayern Munich. I don't think about any of that.
It's a lot of knee issues, bro. It's a lot of knee issues. Patella problems, knee problems, thigh problems. The guy was... his legs wanted to go one side, like you say.
Like Abdullah's, huh? The knees are like, oh, we're going this way.
This way, that way.
So you do actually rate him, Hassanin?
Oh my God, what I do. I forgot, like, I'm glad
I had a feeling you would actually like
I
him.
do, wallahi. I read. Like I said, Abdulkarim got me into him. In 2001 Champions League Final against Valencia. Wow, what a game he had, bro. What a game he had. Him and the other guy called Lazarus or whatever his name was. Anyways, Lazarus. Yeah. That was he was... Because English players never used to leave England back then. It was so rare. You know what I mean? So for an outside team to buy an English player...
That's why you like Stephen McManaman, right?
Of course.
Steve McManaman, sorry.
Only 3 English players back then. First one was Gary Lineker
Yeah.
in Barcelona in the 80s.
Barcelona, that was a big one move.
In the
That was
80s.
a big move, bro.
That was the first one to ever do that. And then second was probably up to Owen Hargreaves. It never happened after that. To Owen Hargreaves.
Michael Owen, come on.
Huh?
Michael
What was
Owen.
after that? That's Galacticoz.
Yeah.
That's
And
after
David
that.
Beckham as well.
That was all in the 2000s, halas. You know what I mean?
Wallahi, bro, the fact that Owen Hargreaves got brought up, wallahi, and he was
Right.
to that level that you're talking
Because
about.
people always talk about what could have, and we never really know.
Yeah.
So
This guy's
we
the biggest
also glimpses.
what could have, huh?
He's definitely, you can bank that. He would have been a great player. He would be one of the all-time players. Like if he was, you know what I mean?
He definitely would have been the best, one of the best English players ever.
He was on the bench for years, and his teams they kept paying him, and they kept him on the bench for a reason.
Just in case.
Just in
Just in
case,
case he has one good
because
season.
the ability he had. You know what I mean?
I remember, I swear, I can't remember which team that he signed for towards the end of his career, but he was out of a club or he was a free agent for quite some time. And the only thing he used to do was just gym work. And he wouldn't do like any ball work or get into training, physical stuff, because he didn't want to get injured again. So he was out for quite some time, but he still kept his touch. So when they signed him, he was still running amok. He's brilliant.
So literally just keeping fit.
You know who else comes to mind? Ledley King for Tottenham. You know, you heard of him, right?
the OG.
That guy apparently didn't go training because he had cartilage issues. So he wouldn't actually go and train with the team. He would do a
forgot
lot
about
of
that nigga, man.
physio work. He would do a lot of gym work and things like that. But he was the captain of Tottenham,
Yeah.
and he was a starter. And he was one of the best English centre backs at the time.
Yeah, well, I thought about him.
Cartilage
I
issues.
seen like one video of him, bro. He's old, bro. This is before I was a ton of him, bro.
That's old school shit.
Yeah.
I don't know back.
He was a centre back.
That's when Tottenham knew who they were. You know what I mean?
What are you saying, man?
Now they don't know
The
anymore.
bottom of the bottom.
I think they're shocking, brother.
This next one, we spoke about him a few times in the past couple of episodes. But Diego Maradona, his goal of the century isn't that impressive. He just went past a couple of part-time footballers and kicked the ball into the net.
What game was that?
The game was England.
In the World Cup?
The goal of the century.
goal.
People are saying, there's an unpopular opinion saying he just went past a couple of part-time footballers and just kicked it.
That's the same one where he scored the handball, yeah?
Yeah.
Same game.
Same game.
That's the biggest part. That's a great goal in the greatest. Like it's a World
They're
Cup.
saying it's not as impressive because of the players he was versing, basically.
Guys, it was a great English team. Wasn't some rubbish English team?
Yeah, but Hassanin, bro, the quality back then, bro. I would love
And
to
we
see.
spoke about this like
I wish
for
this guy
quite some
played
time
right
in the
now.
past episode.
I wish this guy played in the modern game.
Let me tell you something about quality. Let's talk about quality, yeah. Let me tell you something. If you want to compare, when you compare eras, you got to put everything in perspective. Do you think Maradona was fitter than them?
No. He used to train a day a week.
What you know what I'm
A
saying?
day a week.
To
train a day a week.
We've all played
That's the
soccer
day
before,
before the
yeah?
game.
Score a goal like that in Sunday football is hard. True or not true?
Very true.
Score a goal like that in indoor soccer game against... To score a goal like that against people who don't play football is hard.
Yeah.
Score that goal in the World Cup.
ريان قال كذا واتذكر اول حلقه قال كذا قال لما تلعب في وورد كاب ما زي تلعب اي جيم
صح.
وورد كاب مع every team they
That's
bring
true.
their best players.
The World Cup is the ultimate, bro. It's the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good English team. Like, and by the way, Argentina was going to war with England at the time. So it was like a big thing. Like it was a big thing.
I don't agree with that because of the amount of skill that it takes to do that. Normally, look, if it was he just kicked it from outside the box, you could say it's a fluke. Something happened. He just I don't know something. You can say he miskicked it or something like that. But to take the ball from halfway, run past 3 or 4 niggas, 6 niggas, and put it in the back of the net, no matter what era you do that in, it's a difficult skill to do.
Crazy.
It's very
Against
difficult.
any play, but in a World Cup to do it against
Cup,
English, if he wasn't doing it against Czechoslovakia or some shit,
Yeah,
he's doing it against England.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like.
What's more impressive though, Messi's one or his one?
Messi's one was nice too, but who was Messi's one against?
Osasuna.
Getafe.
Oh, against who?
Osasuna, Alaves, something like that.
It was Getafe, wasn't it?
Osasuna.
Against who? Who?
Getafe. was it?
Getafe.
Osasuna, I think.
Yeah. Getafe or England in the World Cup. Wallah, niggas is tripping. Disrespect.
That Getafe is probably as
The
good as
Ladies
England
League
in the World
is
Cup at
Wallah
that time.
Azim, huh? The one
Yes,
Messi,
saying.
this player's wearing skirts. Huh?
I think the World Cup, like, obviously it's a big deal. Always going to be a big deal. Like, in that time, it was a big deal. You see them running like this when they score.
Because like countries would like, bro, you'd rather win a World Cup than win a World Cup.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's how big the World Cup was at that time, guys.
Our parents used to listen to it on radio, you know, Africa. This is the whole cup on radio. Like the whole town, it was on radio, wallah, in the village. That all actually watched, like, it was...
They had more than one idea.
No?
Depends what village you're from, huh?
When I was there, there was
Not many radios, huh?
That was 2005. When I was there was only a few radios.
One station probably.
1965? Miss me with that.
All right, let's move on into the next one.
What's always Maradona, anti-Maradona talk? Like,
There's a lot of it, wallah.
I thought it's a Messi and Ronaldo. Everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? People think that Maradona, Messi and Ronaldo, they invented football.
Yeah, now let's move on. This because we spoke about Maradona for the past couple of episodes. There's no point of.
There's
going
never
on
enough.
and on
Maradona,
about it.
Pele, there's never enough.
There's never enough, huh?
Wallah, there's never enough.
Nah, that's all good. Let's move on. This next one, and I'll tell you the answer to it afterwards from the person himself.
Okay.
But this next one is an unpopular opinion. Mohammed, I want to hear from you first because you're a Manchester City supporter, true and true, you know?
Here we go.
Pep Guardiola wouldn't have won Champions League if he didn't have Messi, Iniesta and Xavi.
Absolutely, yes.
100%.
But he did it with Bayern too, yeah?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
Oh, wow, we're all unanimous on this, huh?
Definitely, yes, wallah.
Everybody's
Okay,
on this,
I'm
huh?
just being honest, wallah. Guardiola, he transforms teams in terms of the way they play. The way they play, better than anyone. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, with $5 billion budget. Yes.
Wallah, that's our argument too.
Yes.
Hey.
Do you agree on that?
Wallah, Azim. Wallah, this
The guy spends 200.
$200 billion, yes.
Like,
Yeah, I can do that too. I can do that too, yeah?
Tottenham or an Arsenal.
I want this
he'll
guy, I
prove
want
that-
this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy.
That's
Yeah, I
what he
can do that
does.
too.
Do you think if he went to Tottenham or Arsenal?
You know what? Wallah, he can have even more than that. But the fact is, even if you have the whole world wealth and whatever's in the world as well, you can't always do what Guardiola does in terms of changing the style of a way a team plays.
That's true. That's
You
very
can
true.
buy all the players you want. You can get Messi.
Manchester City have been buying players before Pep Guardiola came.
Before Pep Guardiola, the money's always the money has never been a question for Man City in terms of we're talking about the era, the successful era we're talking about, not before money came in.
Before you were supporters, after.
Before I was a supporter too. Once the money came in, Guardiola, what he does is he spends his money right. First of all, he gets the right players, which a team, for example, like United now is struggling to do. They got the money there, but they don't know who to bring in, bro. That's one thing. A second thing is he transforms the way a team plays.
And this is the only one I agree with.
Wallahi,
he actually does transform the way
a team plays. Wallahi, completely with every team he's been at. Every team he's been at. So Hassan. Yeah, the players he buys. But specifically for his system, exactly.
And by the way, with Pep Guardiola,
exactly.
You know the thing that you always say, he doesn't take prisoners or something. He just axes them right away. Remember, the most obvious, blatant example is the goalkeeper Bravo when he brought him in.
Yeah, exactly.
Mina Farouk, it didn't work out for him.
He doesn't play games, bro. He doesn't get play. He knows exactly what he wants. So in terms of the players that he's had, yes, he's had great players, but the tactician, he's always been the tactician. Wallah Azim, the way that City's played when he's come and before he arrived, completely different. Wallah. He's taken Man City to another level, wallah, where it's become dominant to a dominant level. But in terms of
but Bayern Munich, everyone just puts Bayern Munich away like never happened.
Bayern Munich were winning trophies before he even came.
Because he was winning. But
Bayern Munich before and after.
Yeah, 100%.
Why I pinpoint City is because City, he's actually transformed the way they play, the culture, everything. Like City would never become this dominant if it wasn't for Guardiola.
Let's say Mohammed, what did you say?
لا نفس الكلام قاله بس قصدي حتى بايرن ميونخ هم يفوزوا من زمان اوكي ما نختلف لكن مع بوب هانكس كانوا فريق تاني ومع جوارديولا فريق تاني طريقة اللعبة تكلم زي ما قال محمد.
Yeah, that's another one.
100%, bro. But one thing I hate about Guardiola, bro, he doesn't have that last game, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like he's great with the tactic, but it's the curse. It's the curse. You know what it is? Because he's a perfectionist. For example, with the game in Chelsea in the Champions League final, I think he should have started Fernandinho. He should have started. But he just like overthinks things. It's like he just deeps, and that's what stops him from winning those big the Champions League.
Yes, we spoke about that.
Because with the Premier League, it's 38 games, bro. He can win those. Bottom teams, he'll clean them up easy. There's no problem with that. Even the big games, he steps up. But like when he comes to the final, semi-finals, he's always
there's different kind of managers, by the way. Some managers, they're cup game managers, bro. They can do it.
Like Angelo, like.
He's a good.
What are you saying? You saying he's not a great coach?
He's not a good coach.
I'm not hating.
He's a great coach.
But I tell you something. If every single year you buy five young players, they all can run. You buy the best. You spend $5 billion. But when you get to the big games, I give you a very good example. The last Liverpool game they played, they drew with Liverpool 2-2. Yeah. The first half, City was doing great. Yeah. But then when Jurgen Klopp made the changes, when he made the changes, the second half. The whole team.
I never liked Guardiola. I never liked him as a player.
You shouldn't like him.
Even as a player, I never liked him. Wallahi. And can I make my comment or not?
Don't.
Go for it, man.
Please.
This is the time for it.
He is a racist.
Pep Guardiola?
He's been accused of being a racist, wallahi, by other players. The only time
Where's your evidence? Give us all your, lay it all out right now.
The only black people that he plays is in defense. I'll tell you why, because he thinks black people are not smart enough to play in a creative position.
Black players or African players?
Black players, period. And even Sterling is a world beater, and he subs him on, takes him off. He plays games with him.
I hate the way he's treating Sterling.
This is what he does with all black players. With Ronaldo, with Yaya Toure, he does this with all of them.
Even
Eto'o, all of them are very
Henry.
They're all saying this about
Abidal.
Abidal's in defense. If you're black, he only values you in defense because he thinks that they're not creative. And this is what this is what their players said about him a lot. And I get that vibe from him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with it. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I believe it's not the racism. I believe he's not a big personality player. He has to be the biggest one in the change room. That's him. You know, let me tell you what. I'll give you
maybe
all the people that you
ego.
All the people that you mentioned, all the players that you mentioned, all of them big personalities.
What about Sterling? Sterling big personality?
Yes.
Sterling's a mouse, man.
What are you talking about, bro?
I've never heard him talk before.
Nah, bro. No. They're all big personalities, bro.
You never know behind closed doors.
They're all big personalities. They're all big. He has a problem with it. He had a problem with Aguero. How can he have a problem with Aguero?
He never had a problem with Aguero.
Yes, he did. No. And don't be fooled by the tears that he shed on live television. Get out of here, bro.
He is an actor too. He's the biggest actor.
Who?
That's what he does all the
I
time.
don't know about racism.
Even Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I was saying the other day, he has a problem with Zlatan. Zlatan's not black.
You never signed any black
You
players.
signed Portuguese and Spanish
He's
players.
the only Portuguese Spanish players. That's Ipa.
No. He doesn't like big personalities.
Hasan,
He has to be the biggest one in the change room. It's the ego thing, bro. That's what it is. That's what I believe it is.
Jurgen Klopp is like
Alex Ferguson was like that too. Jurgen Klopp was like that.
And
I don't know about racism, but one thing I'll definitely agree with you on is this guy is definitely fake. Wallah, he's a fake guy, bro. This guy, like, I got a feeling like
The players they can't stand him.
he's fake. Like he'll smile in your face, and then he'll go to the captain or blah blah, and talk something completely different. He's like that type of player, and the fact that there's been like stuff that said like he doesn't talk to players directly when it comes to like telling them
about a lot about him about this kind of thing.
about like he won't tell them bad news like directly to their face.
I'll say
stuff
that,
like,
okay, maybe-
he'll go to Xavi and to say something to Xavi, get them to pass on the message, stuff like that, yani.
So
which is also part of being fake.
If you accuse him of this kind of
think
he's not straight up. He's not like
Because Jurgen Klopp signed Naby Keita, he signed Mane, Ferguson signed.
Half the club is Africans, bro.
Well, not
You watch
all
yesterday's
the
game?
great players.
Kanati,
I'm saying even
Keita.
Mourinho, like he doesn't get not even one, bro. Not even one African player ever signs. Not even black player. Not even one.
Even Ferguson's like,
what about
I hate signing
Fernandinho?
African players.
What about Fernandinho?
Hey,
Fernandinho? Did he sign him?
What do you mean?
No,
He's
no,
still
no,
there.
He was there from
But was he
beginning.
signed?
When
No,
he-
You said he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
getting rid of them. You said he was getting rid of
I
Ronaldinho.
think there's a sign.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I can think of a player. Hold up, give me a second.
he has this thing.
Maybe Benjamin Mendy, maybe.
That's like even Ferguson. He said, I don't like signing African
Even
players.
Sterling was there already.
He's like, I don't like signing
Benjamin
African
Mendy,
players
maybe.
because of the African Cup of Nations.
Wait a minute. Did he
Even
sign? Did he
Ferguson
sign?
said that.
Did he sign Mendy?
Maybe Mendy.
Mendy, how? We saw. I think that traumatized him. How that went. Terrible signing, though.
Mendy was a situation.
Horrible signing. Oh my god.
Horrible signing for different reasons, but. And what position did Mendy play again?
Again,
Oh,
back.
defense. Yeah, like I said.
What about Gabriel Jesus? You can count
I'll
him
tell
as
you
black.
something,
He's
I'll
not, he's not white.
Nah,
He's
no,
not
but
black.
you said African
I'm
players.
not claiming that. I said black.
No,
As in
he
look
said
like
black.
A black.
He
player.
just said
I'll
black.
give you an example. Like Van Dijk is black.
Origi,
Yes, he's not.
Listen to me. Anyone that cops
Origi.
monkey noises is black in my book.
Did the host is copper?
Yes.
Then welcome, brother.
I'll tell you something.
Welcome on board.
You watch him now in the Champions League. If he plays a big team like Bayern or something, he won't figure out what to do.
All coming from hate, like this guy.
He would just have his normal starting 11, and then he'll
Meanwhile,
add.
but Muhammad
his
Ali
best
said
players.
no coach can come to a team and change the style and make him play his way, exactly his way and only his
Yeah,
way.
because he's spending money, that's all.
And that's no. Wallah, and that. But Muhammad Wallahi, the fact that he probably won't win the Champions League, I think again.
Will never.
That will say something about his legacy.
I
Wallah,
think-
that does.
hey,
That has to say something.
tactically, he's the
you only
greatest.
won the
Hey.
Champions League with the greatest team of all time, which was the Barcelona team, which was the greatest team of all time. We all agree. I think
100%,
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the players at their peak. Tactically, greatest player. But as a manager, you got to do you have to have the whole package.
Yeah.
Klopp is the whole package. bro. Tactically.
I want to talk about him, but you
magnificent.
don't want to talk
I
about.
want to say something. Zidane did it
You know what
with
I mean?
the same team three years in a row, and the fourth year he made the semi-final with a half a team.
I'll give you guys the answer I promised you earlier. The answer was coming straight from Pep. Someone actually, a Nigerian reporter, actually asked him that.
About what?
About that same question.
The black?
You wouldn't. Some people are saying you wouldn't be. You wouldn't have one Champions League if it wasn't for Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. And he literally just agreed with him. Said 100%.
But you know that's unfair. Would Ferguson won the Premier League without, like, you can't do that to a coach? I don't like that argument.
No, but Pep actually agreed with him. He's like
But yeah, well,
100%.
he should.
Ferguson had won it without Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Would he want to vote without Cantona? Like, you know, Ferguson would sign Cantona. That's when he started winning. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't have one without the other. So I'm against that.
What you do with the play.
I reckon Conte.
Wallahi, honestly, this is my opinion as a Barca fan. I think if any other manager was there, I don't think we would have played as well as we played.
That 2011,
Of course.
between 2007 and 2012,
He transformed
that team,
Barcelona.
Which comes back to the transformation part of
No,
how he changes.
And
he
even the
changed
players he
everything.
buys,
Just
like the
way-
Cancelos, the Rodris. Like, I never heard of these niggas. But like, I
Yeah,
never
he's
like,
scouting. He's scouting.
Ruben
man.
Diaz.
He knows how to
Diaz.
piece the
the
puzzle.
Diaz,
perfectly.
all these players,
Yeah.
bro.
I tell you what he picks. No, I tell you.
He picks football players. Even that goalkeeper, it could be a midfielder. What's his name?
Edison.
Edison.
Bro, even that he's with the ball, I feel like he's scared to play midfield.
Yeah, that's
I tell you something
he has
about
11
that
players
guy.
on the field
He
that
picks
play.
players.
That's the thing
He
about
picks players that actually can pass the ball and that can run.
And run, yeah.
Pass the ball and run. Even the goalkeeper. If you notice Edison, all his passes and long shots, they're all accurate.
Yeah.
He doesn't make mistakes.
You're saying it
most
like
of
it's a
the
bad
time.
thing. You're saying it he's saying it like he should give players that can't pass the ball, can't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the bad? Yeah,
No,
is
but
that a bad thing?
The
or
point
like-
that I'm trying to make.
I know what he's trying to say.
Cancelo can play in midfield or up front, doesn't matter for him. As long as he can pass properly and can run, that's all.
But that's the system.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
No, he's a great coach. He's gonna go down as all time.
He wants players, specific players, and he has all the money, all the money in the world that he can spend.
That's the thing. I love.
Who's the greatest coach? Him or
love to
Ferguson?
see-
Him or
Nah.
Ferguson?
These are debates for another day, bro.
Hey,
We can't have them
I'd
today.
love to see him. I'd love to see him in like a mid team. I'd love to see him in a good. Like,
Never.
You know,
Never. He
that's
won't.
what I'm
He will
saying.
never go for
Just
a
to-
team.
just to prove it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's no need to prove it to go to a low. It shouldn't be something where he needs to go to a lower team.
Ancelotti
You know?
went to Everton.
a lot of-
Ancelotti
a
went
lot
to
of these-
Everton.
a lot of these
Ancelotti,
coaches-
you make a good point.
Yeah.
Ancelotti went to Everton. Conte's doing it at Tottenham.
Okay.
A lot of these great coaches are doing.
Honestly, look, he'll go down as it's historic what he's done with Manchester City. The 100 points, all them trophies and everything.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
swear to God, though, if
he says the Premier League, nobody's winning that Premier League.
bro, if he went to Tottenham instead of Manchester City and did something or brought a trophy, just one Premier League title, wallahi al-azim, he will top what he did at Manchester.
Like God knows, Tottenham needs someone like this,
Bro,
someone like Guardiola.
I reckon he would have made his status more legendary, bro. if he did that.
People value things according to like people are football's all about moments. That's what I said to you. If Harry Kane won one FA Cup, forget about the Premier League. If Harry Kane won an FA Cup, he'll go down as one of the great. He'll overdo like someone like who, someone like passengers on the Man City team. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's straight up. Like it's all about the chances you're given. That's why Alan Shearer is the greatest striker.
Because of that one Premier League title and then the record.
That greatest, exactly. That one picked out in amongst giants too.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
enough though. It's enough. You
Yeah.
get one, that's it.
Because
You're in the books, khalas.
That's it. You're in that's it. You made it. Like
I
you're in
think,
that elite
I think we
club.
might see it towards the end of his career.
And as someone that's I'm glad you mentioned that. If he just won, if he won one Premier League with Tottenham, which I think he could.
Wallahi, he could. He could. Tottenham went to the UEFA Champions League final with Poch.
But he's not a good coach,
He's a
bro.
team full of superstars, bro. They're all actors over there in PSG, guys. This guy's literally managing them at the training and at the training game.
That dressing room is Pep Guardiola's worst nightmare. He would get rid of all of them. Wallah, you get rid of all of them and bring new batch of players.
You guys did Pochettino
Black,
wrong,
white, it doesn't care. Big personalities, I don't want you here. I reckon Pep Guardiola would have a problem with Neymar. I reckon he would.
Yeah, because it doesn't work. It doesn't
No,
work
not
right.
because of his color.
That's the
because
work
just
rate.
his big personality. We
Big
don't like
any
it. bro.
work rate. You're right.
rate.
You wouldn't like it.
He wants everybody-
The way Guardiola, the way his game is pressing wise, I don't think Neymar would fit into that. Wallahi.
Yeah. But anyhow, boys, do you wanna cap it off with any unpopular? Mohammed, you wanna share unpopular opinion about life in general?
About life.
About the shower thing.
No, not the shower thing. Man. Shower thing, I want to get too much flack for that. Man. I reckon about life, people that are unemployed, they don't deserve to sleep. I'll tell you why.
That's wild. How about
People-
if you can't find a job? What do you mean unemployed? By choice?
You can't, no. The thing is,
By choice?
sleep.
What country are we
Sleep
talking
is
about
a
here?
privilege. Wallahi. People, they've lost the importance of. They don't put sleep on a caliber that it should be. Wallahi. Sleep is a privilege. So if someone's not doing nothing,
It's
all-
a necessity. It's a necessity, my brother.
What the hell is your brother talking about?
Listen.
Hasanin.
listen.
What's going on
I'll tell
here?
you. Listen. If someone's not doing nothing,
Let's.
God,
You sleep more.
this is the issue. Shouldn't be sleeping. This is the issue because
Let's
people
put
that are sleeping, you look at them, how hard they've worked and stuff like that. You can say, you look at them when they're sleeping and say, this is well earned. Like you see someone sleeping, he hasn't done nothing.
First of all, I want to put some context into this. This guy has been bedridden for the past 3 weeks. He hasn't been working.
Big issue. Allah. This is a big issue. Allah.
Maybe this is where that's coming
I
from
feel
right
guilty.
now.
I feel guilty sleeping sometimes.
I think, Kaz, after you just said this, what you just spoke about right now, every point you said to this whole
before,
episode
I
is
know.
going to become invalid.
I know, this is where-
Everyone watching.
This is when you start cutting, brother.
Snip. You should have had your shower take, whatever that was.
Yeah, bro. The shower take would have been better.
No. But that one I would have got too much flack for it, bro. That one's the issue.
I give you one.
This one?
This one, I don't.
I
This one, at least some people are gonna agree with me, especially the ones that work
No
very
one's
hard.
gonna agree with you
The
here,
ones that
bro.
work very hard, they're gonna be like, it's a good
Bro,
point.
you know when you're unemployed, it's not by most of the time it's not by choice. You know that, yeah?
Bro, a lot of the time here anyway, it is most of the
I
time.
got a good hot take before we wrap up.
Let's wrap up.
I got one good hot take.
Rubbish.
All your money is the biggest controversy in English Premier League football, but it raised the standard of the league.
You talking about Arab money or oil money?
The oil money, the
Or
Arab money.
like the Abramovich and
all of it, all that like massive foreign investment, it raised the standard, but it also killed the league.
there's two different because there's the oil money and there's the American ownership money. There's two different things. Like Man United,
Arsenal.
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Everton
So those guys there,
and Brighton.
No.
Brighton is
Brighton, but anybody watching
they're there
that
for the
shit.
profits. Like those guys, those guys are not there to win. They're there for profits.
Look at what's it called? It was look at the Fenway Sports Group who's buying. They're buying another team too now. The one Liverpool. And look at Sam Kroenke. Look at the Arsenal. Look what he does in the NFL. He invests in that team, in the Rams. They won the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? With the Arsenal, but he knows there's a cancer in that club. So all he's doing is holding out until it's time.
Allah, Abdullah, today, your players, your team, they're all getting
That's a good one, Rayan. Wallah. That's a good one because it definitely.
You're a City fan.
Exactly, that's what I'm going to say.
That's how they got you too. They signed you too. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about that? Definitely raised the standard of the game. Wallah. It has because
I think the standard always be the same.
It gave opportunities for coaches to buy exactly who they want to buy. Like for example, like Guardiola, it gave him that chance to buy whoever wants to buy and then do what he does, transform the team, blah blah. It raised the standard, but in terms of the gaps now, it's becoming ridiculous. Well, in terms of not just talking about points because, but more like even like playing wise, City's just too dominant. Wallah. Yeah. So it's like in that point, it definitely has. Wallah. I definitely agree.
I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys something. You guys think that the Premier League will always be dominant forever? Like
never be dominant.
When I was a kid,
it's been never dominant, bro. Relax with the stats now. Relax with the stats. I tell you something. No,
ain't nobody. The only people watching the ladies' league.
Okay,
were people in the sandy areas.
You know what I said the other day. You know what I said the other day.
Ain't nobody watching us.
You know what I said the other day. Premier League is more entertaining, but if you want quality of football, you watch the European Championships, all of them: Conference League, UEFA League, Champions League.
That's why.
Look at the Champions League.
The Spanish
I want to wrap up right now because
the Spanish teams have always they've always been
League
dominating and they will always still dominate.
Look at the Champions League finals the past few years. There's always a Premier League team towards the end or something.
They're trying.
They had a time, but now I'm talking about the league. In terms
I think right now we're just too strong to the point where I don't think there's anyone else that can compete like that.
But in the 90s it was Serie A.
It's just more entertaining.
I don't think there's going to be a point where the Premier League is going to go backwards anymore.
No, but can the other leagues go forward?
There's too many. There's too much
all the foreign ownership. They only want to own teams in the Premier League now, don't they?
I don't think so.
And they want to make profit. They don't want.
With all these big players, when
you
see, for example, now the Italian league, you see all these big players making the league big in Serie A, and then eventually they just want to move to the English Premier League.
I don't know about the 90s, but the Premier League during the 2000s, all the 2000s, has always been the most entertaining.
Everyone wants in the 90s, it was all Serie A.
Was it?
Well, all the best players want to go Serie A. The Ronaldos, the Zidanes.
But was the Premier League the most entertaining league still?
But at the time, I don't think so. No, the Serie A was one. The Serie A was actually look at Ronaldo and the Zidanes. All the best players in the 90s want to play in Serie A. Serie A was actually the league. It was actually the league to go to.
But you get what I'm saying.
The Premier League was second fiddle.
If we could say,
I'm saying now because all the players now, it's the opposite. Now all these big players, they all want to move to the Premier League.
No, it's foreign ownership because in the 90s, United was the only big team in the Premier League. Like Chelsea was a broke ass team, Liverpool was broke. Arsenal, Man United, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And in the 90s in Serie A, it was Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Lazio. They were like big. You know what I'm saying? Fiorentina, thank you. Fiorentina, Torino was good. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If these big players now, if they stay in the Italian league and they don't look for that move into the Premier League, it might raise.
But it's the television, right? The Premier League's got a big contract.
What league do you reckon would be the second?
As I'm asking, which league?
Second, if you're going to say second, behind
La Liga?
The big one.
La Liga, yeah.
No Serie A?
No, La Liga right now is
La Liga, just the quality.
Anyhow, let's finish up. People, if you guys want to save on your data, you want to save on, I don't know, you on the road, you want to jump on Spotify or something, check us out. Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. That's all from us. We'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.
I got the sauce. I got the sauce. I got the sauce. I got the juice. You other niggas look confused. I got the sauce. Yeah, I got the sauce. I got the sauce. Nigga, I got the sauce. I got the juice. Watch. I got the juice. Watch. I got the sauce. Yeah, I got the sauce.